Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids a hit for good measure.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This one caught by Isabella. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's it, baby.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not really. It came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed a break.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
The numbers for Williams a week ago, 17 carries, 52 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often, in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger games result as the game goes on.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Push him back.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's how we do it.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Fair. Be dribble.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Watch twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Jet bomber. Get it.
A quick throw into the hands of Hardy. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football. Like they were moving running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
This is brought in by Hardy. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Watch the 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, exit. 5.
Locke looks to throw it again. He'll get the first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as these guys will get the football back.
Keep putting that ball on the ground.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd down.
Hustle.
Hey, we got 3 down.
49, check 49. Greystone, travel. Look at me. Door.
Tackles.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson heading back out as we check out our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
You don't want no problem.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a place that they can run through. Didn't happen on that one.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Let's go, boys.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down. But he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Hey, 40's Mike. Let's go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Hey,
56. Check 56. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 56. Mike, 56. Right
hey.
56. We own them. We own them.
Deep grip.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff? They all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. I think they can get it.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Jackson on first down. Got him in. It's Brown.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball. Well,
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
and I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Single, slop. Hey, you want to
Block now on first down. No way to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Check. Hey, rock it. Get it.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Broncos send out their punter now. Pressure comes and it's blocked. The Ravens block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. Marcus Mariota has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And that game all tied up with the visiting Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Is fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tight ends right.
Block off the play action. This is the tight end fan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
26, check 26.
Opposite.
Check. Kill.
You're out.
Kill.
Let go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Tighten up.
Hey, lock it.
SOS.
Ready?
They fake the handoff, now lock. He's got his big tight end fan. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Let's go now.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Let's go,
a gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. To pick up another first down with that run.
To throw it is locked. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Lock going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Kill. Weapon.
Hey, turn it up.
Hard.
Kill.
Flipper.
Wide. Get wide.
On the ground is Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
General West. Get.
From the gun on third down. Lock. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught
a heavy rush, and down he goes. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home. Let's go!
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
90, Wolf, X3, 218, chopper.
Watch the screen. Undercrush.
Hey, high 7.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Hit it.
On second down and 4. On the right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Watt, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Swing on the ball. Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Bravo. Ready, ready.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Down. 60 or
56. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Play action. Now it's locked. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him. And what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They look to throw. It's locked. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they can get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game,
here we go.
You can't have those kind of plays.
15 line. 6-6. Pull it high.
Come to my work. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Yeah.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Clock now to throw. He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Right here. We got to step it up.
Grayson, Travis.
Jam.
Block to throw for it on 4th. That is caught at the 7. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way, depending on who converts on 4th down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Again, it's Williams. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Williams. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Fielded at about the 28. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Under 10. 10. Shoot. Fight.
On first and 10, here's Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me, roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That would be the key to it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Right there. 54 miles. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They run it again with Williams. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Jackson in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. Like they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Get ready.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second and 11 now. Jackson.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, it's our house.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. That ball complete to Isabella. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
Let's go.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down 20-14. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Their undefeated season hits in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
56.
Go.
Lock to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Yeah, baby.
As his guys are in for 6, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by a point. A minute 12 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's it, baby.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Oh, yeah.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now.
And they will take a knee here. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Double time.
Get it.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Denver, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.